What is happening, everybody? Hybrid here, and welcome to what is most likely the last part of my walkthrough for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. So at this point we have defeated almost every boss, including the optional bosses. The only one left now is... well, you're gonna see that in a moment. I don't want to spoil it for you. At this point, there are probably some things or some achievements that you won't be able to unlock. Prosthetic and probably the combat arts, but that's okay. So as long as you follow this guide, it's basically a considered repeat process. Okay, just checking, see if we're good. So I upgraded to the Lazulite Shuriken, and I also upgraded to Lazulite Sabimaru. I think those would be good. And then I'm gonna stick with my Shadow Rush. Probably that one, okay. To make it really dramatic, I'm just gonna go with the Mortal Draw, actually. And for phase 2, I'm not sure if it matters, but okay. So the reason being you cannot unlock all of the Lazulite upgrades in one playthrough is because there's a limited number in a single playthrough. I think you only get 6. And you need 9 or 10 to unlock them all. Anyways, at this point, if you follow through, you should have the ingredients for all 3 endings, which I am about to present to you here. And as you may have guessed it, to unlock all 3 endings in a single playthrough, you will need to manipulate your saves. So without further ado, let's end the game.
Kuro-sama. 久しいな、巫女の忍び。見よ、不思議りのもう一振りよ。
健一郎殿。そのようなものでは、決してアシナの命運は変わりませぬ。狼よ。流因など誰の手にもあるべきではないのだ。苦労をかけるな。
脅威。参る。ああ。しまいとしよう。俺がアシナを生かす。 何もできなかっただがユインがこの国を生かすこれでアシナの世は明ける
哀れな孫の最後の願いじゃ。わしはこのアシナをよみがえらせねばならぬ。故に赤炉お主を切るぞ。参れ赤炉。 Sekiro. さらば
At his peak, Ashina devoted himself to deadly conflict in pursuit of strength, a single-minded killing machine of a man. In his younger years, Ishin was a devil with the sword, spending his days in pursuit of life-or-death combat. He often ruminated on how a cut should be made, but his blade always moved first. So with that, we have basically beaten Ishin Ashina, and that is how you beat him, in case you struggle against him. One who returns from the great beyond us sought the peak with that prosperity. Ishin coveted strength and all manner of techniques throughout his mortal struggle. He wished for war until his final hour, and that is precisely what he got. Okay, so at this point, I'm not sure if... Okay. At this point, we have ended the game, and I will show you how to back up your save. So, before you talk to him, make shit. Sorry. I should probably just exit the game. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna exit the game, but it ain't over yet. Just bear with me. Okay, so you want to locate where your games get saved. For me, it's here in app roaming. Make sure you back this file up. Okay, do not do anything until that is backed up, and we're gonna call that backup endings. Okay, so with that, we can now go back to our game and choose one of the endings, and we're gonna go through it in order. So the first one is the sad ending, which is the immortal severance. So, you achieve immortal severance by simply just giving the divine dragon tears, which is what we're about to do first, and you're gonna see sort of like the warning that we were given when we defeated the demon of hatred, and how the cycle just basically continues.
涙。
我が生涯の忍びを虫たちをお願いできますか。
これはやはりあなたが持っていてください。また新しい忍びが力を求める時が来るでしょう。
And with that, you have immortal severance, or rather, you have achieved immortal severance. We're not gonna go through the end credits just yet. Do not start NG+. I wonder if it's even necessary to be manipulating the saves like this. Probably not. So we're gonna exit the game. We're gonna load up our backup, and we're gonna choose the second ending, which is the purification. Before we talk about purification, I wanna go into detail about the ending we just saw. Basically what happened is we take the sculptor's place, in that we're the ones who are now carving the Buddha, and possibly we will become the next vessel of hatred for whatever is to come next in Ashina. But essentially the point is that the cycle hasn't ended yet. So it's not exactly the best ending of the game. Okay, here we are again.
どこじゃ、狼。
Now we give with the ever blossom tears.
おそばにおります。竜の涙を。
最後の不死を成敗いたす。人として生きてくだされ。
行かれるのですね。
はい。私も人として懸命に生き、そして死のうと思います。我が忍びがそうしてくれたように。エマ殿にもお世話になりました。
So that was the purification ending. Again, it's sad because somebody has to die. In this case, it's us, the shinobi. But good news here is for those of you who do not know, there is a hidden ending, one that we are about to unlock in just a moment. Okay, delete that. Maybe I should just keep this as backup, just in case. Okay. And for the end credits on this one, I'm gonna let it play out. This is how the game should end for me. Like, this is the true ending, because for the first ending it basically shows us that the cycle continues. Meaning another lord with the dragon's heritage would come, and this whole thing would start all over again. Another one would be, you know, we beheaded ourselves, Koro's alive, but still the dragon's heritage will continue. But with this ending, I kind of like it because I believe this is the true ending because it's us returning the dragon's heritage, cutting the ties completely, cleanly. And I think this is how it should really end.
おそばにおります。
竜の涙を。参りましょう、我が巫女。
九郎殿、今はどうか安らかに私の心にとどまってください。さようなら、みんな。私は行かねばなりません。我らの因果を断ち切るために。とても長い旅になります。それでも共に来てくださるのですか？
はい。
ありがとう、竜の忍びよ。九郎殿も喜んでおります。参りましょう。西に神なる竜の故郷に。
And with that, that basically covers the walkthrough, guys. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me all the way until the very end. If you like this walkthrough, please subscribe, leave a like, tell your friends, and do look forward to the next couple of walkthroughs that I might do in the near future. I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. This is Hybrid, signing off.